Me, I am a memoir. I said a memoir. We're going deep. We're going down to deep into the regular verse. Oh yeah, the regular verse. Regular.
Hello, Lamley. It's Eurotrash Man. And you're back in the regular verse.
Let's hook tonight.
Yes. I don't know why I'm a bit more of a monster.
I don't know. You're like Cookie Monster. He's European. He has an indistinct accent that comes from who knows which country. Let's hook tonight.
That guy. Welcome back to whatever the fuck that is.
Let's hook tonight.
I'm Posh. That's Eurofab. And
You're
somehow,
Poshlo and I'm Fableck.
somehow, we've made our way back into the regular verse. I'm actually not, funnily enough, like I thought that last week would just exhaust me. I'm not as exhausted as I expected. Maybe because it was just empty calories. So we were exhausted like after a quick spike, but then just bounced back.
Yeah. It's like champagne drunk. Like it's
Yeah.
on and gone really quickly.
Yeah.
Like you have a hangover before the end of the second glass and you want to go to bed. Especially if it's really cheap. Which I suspect Let's Hook Tonight. He wasn't spending any money on that.
No.
Just to put Rehypnol in it. So
I mean, I can't argue. It's all very true.
so shall we just, when there's no prolo moments this week.
There's none? Okay.
She may have sent a J-blog through, but we're not going to read it until after Christmas.
We don't want to ruin the holiday.
And we don't want to ruin the holiday by reading her fucking blog.
So are we going to go straight to get the lowdown? Is that what's happening?
I think so, shouldn't we?
We'll get the lowdown on the down. On the down, no Cookie Monster.
Download tonight. Getting the lowdown on the down. All right, we're up to track 5. This boy's fire, which is Santana feat Jennifer Lopez. The song was
not something I ever thought I'd hear. Just quietly.
I know. It's hectic. This was released in April 2008. Songwriters are Steve Morales, Raymond Diaz, Sean Garrett, Ronald Bryant, who's Baby Bash. And the producers are Steve Morales, Raymond Diaz, Sean Garrett, and the dreaded Corey Rooney. And Dr. Luke.
Blech.
There is no significant chart position on this particular song. So I can't tell you anything.
Nothing happened.
Also, there's an uncredited verse from Baby Bash, obviously, which is why
Yes.
he's got a mention in the writing, which she didn't.
It's one or the other, she said. You can either writing or singing, not both.
So for me, I feel like she's trying to apply her Spanish singing to English lyrics, and it's not successful. Like the talking, rapping she's doing on the verse is not amazing.
I remember the chorus.
The fire truck lyrics are way too heavy-handed and on the nose. Like if it wasn't for Carlos Santana's driving guitar, this would be the most ordinary song of all time. But because of Santana, and you're like, oh yeah, I love Santana. Like I love his guitar, and it's just like, so you're just like, it's okay. Like I don't know how she's made Santana bad, but she's managed.
She succeeded in what she set out to do. So
yes, she's regularified Santana.
Yeah. This was a weird one because I had similar feelings just in terms of, I don't think it's anyone's best work.
No.
But I feel, as she often does, she's really trying to show up. Like,
She's trying
she always
to show
does it
up,
on the
yes.
wrong songs. It's like, why are you showing up on this one? Because even Santana's like, oh. And it did feel like a mixture of both their styles, but it just felt like anyone could sing this song. Even anyone could play on this song. Like, I definitely know. Like, I remember it. I can hear it in my head, mainly the chorus and the guitar. So it's neither, for me, it was neither good nor bad. Like, I was just kind of like, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard because on the Greatest Hits album of Santana, it's right next to Smooth, which was a huge hit.
A huge hit. And was a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, the other thing is, like, the chorus was okay, but she sounded quite bored in the verses. Like,
Sure.
like it just sounded like, yeah, it's only Santana. No one's going to care.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm real. What what percentage do you think she sang on this?
You know what? I think that this was her. I said that this is what I wrote. I said it's high-low in that there is so much of her layered that it can only be high-low. It's like she gave 20% and times it by 5 and
Yes.
it's 100.
Yeah, I'm the same. Very high-low. Bored, but high-low. And are you pro-low or no-low?
I think this is probably another kind of or one where I'm not offended by it. Like, you know, it came on, I was like, oh yeah, it's catchy enough, but I'm not seeking it out either.
Nah, I hated it. The terrible lyrics, the verse being kind of like some sort of, you know, rap. I know normally I feel like I'm contradicting myself because I'm like whispering Jen I love, acting Jen I love. She wasn't doing it.
Yeah, the conundrum of the Regularverse is she's like, you think you like this? Wait.
I'm going to show you how I can make it awful. I'll make you hate that thing you thought you liked. How? Yeah. How did you do that, Jen?
It's a gift.
It's like, I really like it when she sings in Spanish and it sounds like the way she attacks a Spanish language song and it doesn't work.
And I mean, it could have been Spanish. Like, this song absolutely could have been a
it's
Spanish
Santana
song.
Like, he'd know what she was on about.
Yeah.
I just was... I mean, the fact that she had no hand in the writing as well makes me go, well, she's just turned up and done
if it helps,
been asked.
The next set of this kind of J-Lo songs are all Spanish. So that might be something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. All right, well, we've dispensed with Santana.
So is Carlos.
This boy's fire.
Do you think it's that the boy is fire, or does he own the fire? What do you reckon?
I think the fire truck implies that he's on fire.
He heard this song and then just said, light me up.
Like, seriously, the fire truck is too much. Like, it's too on the nose. Like, it's... Again, I know in the past I've complained about the lyrics, like Max Martin's lyrics not really following through a metaphor, such as email my heart, and that's the only reference I'm going to make to email for the rest of the song. But this is like, no, there's too much. Like, the fire truck is too much. Just hose her down. All right, the next track is THE, short for The Hardest Ever, which is in brackets. This is will.i.am, feat. Mick Jagger and Jennifer Lopez. What a wacky bunch of people. Like, if you heard these three were in the same room, you'd be like, what room is that?
Yeah, I'd set fire to it. Like, I'd take the fire. I'd take the boy from the last song and just throw him in the room.
So this was released in November 2011. The songwriters are William Adams. That's will.i.am. Kenneth Oliver and Dallas Austin. Producers will.i.am, Audiobot, Dallas Austin, and Jimmy Iovine, who produced the vocals. This was released. It hit number 36 on the Billboard charts in the US.
Right.
And Australia, we put it at number 57.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit lower than number 53. Which is my birthday next year. I'm number 53.
Oh my goodness.
Or in Mariah years, 13. I think I finally turned 13 once you hit there. I think that's what happens. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Mariah has to age 1 year from now on because her kids are getting to...
Yeah, once like she has to be a year older than her children at some point. There is a video for this will.i.am song that Jennifer Lopez has something to do with.
Okay. A fabanopsis. A bleepy bloopy 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 nopsis. Because that's what will.i.am does.
Blippy, blippy, bloopy. So will.i.am sends a text to Mick Jagger and then goes for a jog. He runs through a wall and comes out on a bicycle. He jumps a falling block to end up on a motorbike. Then he's in a car that drives through a wall and he has to avoid a bunch of J-Los that pop up from the road. He drives through one and he's in a big army truck. And all of these vehicles are white and he's wearing white and I'm worried about stains. Then he's in one of those army planes with the back that opens up and it dumps him on a bullet train. And then he's in a fighter jet and J-Lo's bothering him on the heads-up display. The plane turns into a rocket and leaves the stratosphere while Jen grinds. In space, will.i.am breaches some kind of cosmic barrier full of J-Los, the edge of the Regularverse, I presume. And when he leaves the Regularverse, it manifests intergalactic Mick Jagger. The end.
It certainly does. So my reaction to this song is a paragraph, if you'd like me to just read it.
Okay, please.
I'd already had enough of will.i.am in this playlist before he even showed up. Oh, God. Did he just say feces? I think we can confidently say we've found someone who makes Jen look like a bona fide vocalist by comparison. For better or worse, Jen is the best part of this song. Take that however you like. Oh, God. Now Mick Jagger is screaming at me. So those are my feelings.
I don't mind this.
Oh, no! You're like, this is my favourite. It's the best song I've ever heard. I'm pro double low. The DP.
Auto-tuned will.i.am is something I'm used to, so I'm not confronted by it.
Okay.
And the song for refrain of "You Can Go Harder, You Can Go Home" is kind of fun. Like it sounds like it's meant to be fun, and it's like it's delivered in a fun way, although it is repeated too many times. Yeah. I could probably live without one of the Jen choruses and get to mix sooner. Like it's nothing to write home about, but it's fine. Like, you know what I think would be hilarious is I'm guessing this was the intention to have Mick and Jen sing together at some point because they sing the same refrain. Yeah. But I think that just was never going to happen because they sound so completely different. Like they're singing two different songs in the one song. Yeah. But it's just such a mad thing. Like you get to the end of this song and then it's suddenly Mick Jagger screaming, "You can go harder, you can go home." And I'm like, I kind of like the audacity. I kind of like the bonkers insanity.
Bonkers it is, absolutely.
Like it feels like it's really reaching for something. Like it doesn't get there, but it feels like I'm trying to be like, you know how some of those J-Lo and Pitbull songs sound horribly safe. It's like, here's 14 samples you've heard in 13 different Eurotrash songs, and here's Pitbull making the same fucking lazy rhyme going, like they're so safe. And this is like, I'm going to try and be something. Like this song's trying to be something and it doesn't work, but I kind of like that it tried. I don't know why.
Okay, I can respect that.
And I just like it's "You Can Go Hard or You Can Go Home" is just such a funny, stupid thing to sing.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go home. You can stay hard if you like. I'm leaving.
I'm. By the way, this is the first time this happens, but this will happen a lot for the rest of these songs. Is that a 3-minute song starts to outstay its welcome, and I don't know how that works, but it happens a lot. But it happens here. It's like, oh, there's too many "You Can Go Hards" and "You Can Go Homes." It's like, but it's only 3 minutes. How is it outstaying? Like, how is it annoying me? And it's only 3 minutes.
I know, it's insane. I don't.
It's mad.
Which kind of makes sense for will.i.am. But I think it was just kind of that vibe of like, you've already had Scream and Shout. Why are you doing it again?
Oh, that's all they can do. Poor love.
Yeah, and I think that annoys me now.
Yeah. It's unique a couple of times, and then you're like, oh, that's all you do.
Yeah.
And
even Jen has more variety than that. It's not good variety.
Yeah, that's true.
It's variety.
Yeah. But anyway, will.i.am's kind of cute. Bless him.
I like him with Miriam Margolyes.
Yeah. All right. So I'm real. What percentage of the song do you think she's saying?
So I wrote, it's low, but also I don't think there's a natural fibre anywhere in this song. Like, I don't think anyone really sings their parts, you know?
Yeah, I'm mid-low because she doesn't sound entirely enthused to be a support act for Mick Jagger.
Look, she's just a bigger artist than he is, you know? Fair enough.
I mean, what's he done? I've got Dalila Lola Lala.
Yeah.
And are you pro low or no low? I can smell the no coming off you.
I just wrote in big capital bold letters, "Help! Help me! Oh god!" So yeah, this is in a new dimension
Of no.
Of no.
I am controversially in awe. Like, this has happened again.
I know.
Like, this happened. What happened with Flo Rida and now will.i.am? What's going on?
I know.
Why am I in awe? I just kind of enjoyed it. It was audacious. I love a bit of audacity.
That's right. There's
I
no
don't think
audacity
she's
in that
ever
song.
audacious. She's always so safe. That
True.
For her to be involved in something that's trying something as bonkers as this is, it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Why not? Go on.
Good on you for joining that weird club with will.i.am and Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go on now to what should have been the biggest song of all time. It's We Are One, Ole Ola, which is a Pitbull song,
Yes.
feat Jennifer Lopez and Claudia Leiche. Released April 2014, written by Armando C. Perez. That's Pitbull. Thomas Trollson, Jennifer Lopez, Claudia Leiche, Daniel Mercier, Sia Furler, Lucas Gottwald.
I think it's still pre that, so I think we're
Yes,
just
that's
over
Dr.
line.
Luke. Henry Walter, who's Circuit, Nadia Kayat, which is Red One, and produced by Dr. Luke, Circuit, and Thomas Trollson. There is a video of sorts.
There is. What's the song again? A fab synopsis. No, it's just me. A fab synopsis. A fab synopsis. It's the We Are One. Ole ole. Claudia.
Pitbull. Brazilian flags.
Yes.
World Cup soccer matches. Some women who've escaped the carnival. Oh, Jen's there, miming to bits that aren't her. That's on brand. Some kid kicks a giant inflatable football. Then Claudia turns up. And if you wondered why Jen was her support act in this song, she shows very quickly why she's the headliner. That's the whole thing. There's not much to this video, realistically.
That is the whole thing.
That's all there is.
So, you might have said it, but was this meant to be a World Cup anthem? Is that what?
It was.
Yeah,
so
like the
Law and
official?
Order, Regular Victims Unit, Pitbull was asked to do the anthem for the World Cup in Brazil.
Yeah.
And he asked Jen if she would do it. And she's like, yes. Now, Claudia is a local. She's a big Brazilian pop star. So they threw her in there to stop Jen from regular-splaining Brazil or soccer.
In Jen's defense, the only thing I know about the World Cup is Let's Get Loud. So,
Yes.
you know, she is a part of it at this point.
She's
in my
part of it,
head.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
She's the president
and
of soccer.
Pitbull's like, we've done 800 songs together. Let's do another one.
Yeah, and maybe I'll get to be on top of this one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he is technically. It's his song. She's feature with Claudia.
So, my little spiel for this one is that Jen's yelly nasal delivery actually kind of works here. And I
As a
think
relief from Pitbull.
a little bit. And I said I think her bit is among the stronger part of a fun but predictable song. Then
Yes.
Claudia shows up and actually sings.
Oh,
Now-
does
yeah.
she sing?
Now I wish Jen had sung in Spanish. Because I'm like, maybe that could work. It's basic, but I did find it really catchy and kind of cute as it went on. Like, it roped me in a little bit more as it went on. I was like, this
Yeah.
is silly, but I'm going with it.
So the reason her singing in Spanish would be problematic is that the language of Brazil is Portuguese.
I did know that. I actually did know that, shockingly. I don't know much, but I actually do know that. But still, Jen can sing in Spanish.
She can.
I mean,
and that would
it's
have
not...
been potentially offensive.
But isn't English offensive, you know?
English is offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And there's probably plenty of people in Brazil who can speak Spanish and as well as Portuguese. It's a trilingual bit of business going over there.
Excuse me.
Matron. So yeah, I was just like, the whistling is annoying, and apparently Trollson said, "Oh, he pitched it to Pitbull. I've got this great whistling hook," and it's like, yeah, that's the one thing you should have chopped out. Jen's serviceable, but Lord, do I want to hear a whole song of Claudia Leiche. in reality, I found an entire 2-hour Claudia concert, and that's what I watched for most of the rest of the next of these songs.
Oh my
Like,
God.
she just belts out songs while shirtless men dance behind her. Like, it was so much preferable to many of these regular features.
So it's like a
it is
J-Lo concert, but with singing.
with singing,
Right.
yes.
I would not have thought to put that together.
Like, she's good. Like, she's, like, really good. Like, she's a great performer. Like, she's bold and brassy. She doesn't wear much. She's kind of like, she looks like she's about to just come off a carnival float, and she's, like, belting it out, and there's nude men running around, and it's like, I want to go to this show. And it's huge. Like, massive, massive audience. She's a big, big star.
Right.
So, yeah, it was amazing. So, yeah. I even watched a video of J-Lo talking about how much she loves Claudia in an interview. Like, not enough to turn up. Like, she sent a video. But
I'm not getting on the jet.
I'm not.
It's full of the Lola Lulu.
And what if I can't remember the word for flight attendant?
Well, that's Mariah. Mariah can't remember the word for flight attendant.
I know, but what if she was, what if that happened? If she copied her girl.
Oh, yeah. But she knows it. So, what do you do again?
What are you doing?
Like, you know what I do, Jen. I'm your sister. She's like, I don't know. It just seems like something I wouldn't know. Anyway.
So, yeah, I'm really into Claudia Leitcher now.
Okay.
She's my new favourite thing after May J from the other song. All I've been doing for all of this
It's like the other people.
is finding people who have vaguely, intersected with any of this and gone, oh, they're good.
Yeah.
Why can't we do a podcast about them?
Yeah.
Why are we listening to these shit songs?
It's our punishment for being bad people.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm real. What percentage do you think she's saying?
I rate Lolo because she's really not in it much, but I do think she was high-low on her bits.
Yeah, but the same. Yeah, I'm the same. Lolo. She's just here for the party. And are you pro-low or no-low?
By the end of it, I was a very light pro-low.
Right.
I was like, why this? I shouldn't be enjoying this, but for some reason, I want to go to this party. Okay, sure, whatever.
You know what it is?
Yeah,
It's Claudia. It's
probably
Claudia.
is.
I was
And
going
it
to be
really
no-low.
was the second half. It
Yeah.
was the second half.
I was going to be a no-low. Then Claudia kicked in, and I'm like, fuck, this is great. I love her. I'm a hard awe.
Fair enough.
She's dragged me to awe. Like,
Okay.
I'm pro Claudia, no low, which makes me awe.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
that's my rationalization.
That's just math. Is what that
Pitbull, I haven't even mentioned, even though it's his song.
is. I kind of feel like he's the worst part of his own song.
He is. He's like,
Yeah.
him and the fucking whistling can fuck off. Like, it should have been a big song because it's meant to be a World Cup anthem, and that's like, and it's in Brazil. It's like fun and party. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it just missed a little bit, but once Claudia turned up, I was like, yeah, I'm there.
I will say it did make me just want to go listen to the Venga Boys song To Brazil. Which is it's called To Brazil, and it's just a really fun, dancey 90s dance track.
Now, apparently, so the Venga Boys are Dutch, I think,
I think so.
but Venga is a Spanish word, which means come.
That's true. It's actually pronounced Benga, which is a
Benga.
fun little... So they don't say
Even
V. Wherever they're from, they actually don't say V. They say B. And so
Same
the
with
V is V.
the Vuelta, which is the Spanish version of the Tour de France, the Vuelta España, they say Vuelta.
Yeah. So
Even
it's
though it's spelled
actually,
with a
if
V.
you really listen, it's hard to tell, but if you really listen, they are actually saying Benga Boys.
Benga Boys.
Yeah,
Benga
which
Boys.
is just a fun thing. And I remember seeing it, I saw them live, and I was like, that looked like a bee with your mouth. And then I ran away because I'm Mariah. A bee! Ah! So, just a little callback to a couple of weeks ago. But no one believes me, but I'm like, seriously, it's a legit fact.
Yeah.
But
I believe you.
That's okay.
I'm into it.
We
All
still
right,
say
on to
Benga.
our next track.
All right.
Ain't Your Mama.
I'm not.
Ain't Your Mama. It's an actual, full-blown Jennifer Lopez song.
Shocking.
No features.
I know.
No, not joining anyone else. This came out in April 2016. The songwriters, Theron Thomas, Lucas, Dr. Luke Gottwald,
Nope, dunno.
Gamal Lunch Money Lewis, Henry Circuit Walter, Megan Trainor, Jacob
kinda makes
Kasher
sense.
Hindlin. The producers were Circuit and Dr. Luke. This one hit number 76 on the US Billboard charts.
Yeah.
It was certified gold. In
It's a crop
Australia,
top at least.
it got to 85, which is certified platinum.
Interesting.
It's weird. Like, it sold a lot, but only managed to hit 85.
Yeah.
So maybe it sold a lot over time and never really climbed any
Yeah,
higher than
maybe.
85.
Yeah.
But there is a video.
All right. No, I'm saying posh again. It's a fabanopsis.
Yeah.
A fabanopsis. A fabanopsis. Jen's on telly and in an iron. And she's dancing. Nopsis.
Jen's on the phone in the rain in a phone box, having an argument with some man. She goes to work where she's a news anchor and does some product placement for Lavazza while famous women talk about rights. And then she throws the news away to do the infamous mad as hell speech from the movie Network. 50s blonde housewife Jen sees this while serving her dinner for her husband. Then she's scrubbing the floor and ironing. Then 60s Mad Men secretary Jen is watching the same news report. 50s housewife Jen throws the dinner on the hubby while the Mad Men Jen starts hawking Beluga Gold Line vodka, which she throws in her boss's face after jamming his tie in the typewriter. 70s Silkwood Jen works at a bottling factory instead of a nuclear power plant. And 80s power suit Jen has a perm and gets shut out of a meeting. Oh my God, she's in Working Girl. So she goes through the office doing Rubik's Cubes and trashing stationery. A modern woman can't get her man to pay attention while all women are doing the thing from Network where they yell out the window, "I'm mad as hell, I'm not going to take it anymore." But instead, they're singing the song, which is I Ain't Your Mama. Then there's a product placement for Friendable, which is like a Grindr style app for non-bumming.
Why bother?
Jen leads a dancing march for female equality. And weirdly, this video came out a year before Alyssa Milano started Me Too trending, which led to an actual march on Washington. So she's almost tapped into the zeitgeist,
Almost.
but not quite.
Yeah.
For reasons that will come up in Law and Order Regular Victims.
Ah, okay. So the video, it's funny that you mentioned Silkwood because I nearly wrote Silkwood as well. But instead, I actually wrote, we need J-Lo as Norma Ray.
Oh, well, that was what J-Lo thought she was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I need that movie. This is super camp.
It's so
live for 80s shoulder pad Jen. I think she should
which-
look like that all the time. Like,
That was
What?
actually based on Working Girl with
I'm not surprised.
Melanie Griffith.
Yeah.
That was an absolute homage. So,
Yeah.
And
And
it was
it's-
meant to be Norma Ray in the factory, but I'm like,
right.
yeah,
didn't
but
quite get there.
well, I just thought the the denim onesie just made me think
Yeah.
of Silkwood. I'm like,
yeah.
And the hair, it was very Silkwood.
It was, yes, very. I agree.
She was Cher hanging out with.
Yes, I
with
completely
Meryl.
thought the same thing. I'm kind of okay with Jen putting out mid songs if the videos of this camp. Like, I'm like, this is kind of what I want.
This is the middest of songs, is it not?
Yeah. So you said there's some Law and Order on this?
Yeah. So this came out just after a judge dismissed Kesha's case against Dr. Luke.
Ah.
And Kesha's fans were furious, demanded that this song be boycotted, which I don't think was going to be much of a leap because it's not that good. Also, the irony of this being an anthem for feminism that's overseen by someone as clearly misogynistic as Dr. Luke is wild. So this is how Jen tried to worm her way out of that fiasco. And it does not paint her in a good light creatively by trying to distance herself from problems.
I didn't even write it. I wasn't even there that day.
That's essentially what she said. So this song was co-written and recorded by Megan Trainor for her album Tidal. Right. And then apparently Megan didn't want it. And
which is shocking because it's so Megan Trainor. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah. This is 100% a Megan Trainor song.
I feel like this is that sugar coating that goes on at record labels because Jen had just re-signed with Sony's Epic label after being dumped from them for a while. And Megan was also with Epic at the time. And I think didn't want it an offer to J-Lo is a euphemism for you've been told this is a J-Lo song now. Yeah, it's coming off your album.
This is what happens. You
Anyway,
can't find Ashanti. She's in a cupboard somewhere. She won't come out. So we're just going to have to steal from someone else.
Yeah.
We're going to steal from a white woman this time. Equality!
Jennifer went in and recorded some of the vocals. Megan's very present in the track as a background vocalist, and I suspect some of the leads during the chorus. I don't think the chorus is much Jen at all. So the story is that Dr. Luke's involvement with the song ended 2 years prior, which is when it had been recorded for Meghan Trainor.
Sure.
And Jen's like, I never really saw him, which sounds like the weirdest justification or equivocation to distance herself from the whole Kesha business and try and sell a song about the power of women while participating in the system that allowed that abuse to happen. Like, it's it's not. It's not great. And also, the other thing is, like, it's not J-Lo's best song, nor is it Meghan Trainor's best song.
No.
Like, I kind of like the hook. I like the message.
It's a fun idea. It's a fun idea.
The whole Dr. Luke of it leaves a really bad taste in your mouth, like, given what it's trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like vocally she's being more adventurous than I'm used to, but then I don't know if that's her or she's just aping Megan's vocals.
It could be a little bit of both. As we know, she's always better at, once she's heard it, she just seems to be better. And also, around this time, I don't know if she went off and got some lessons. I don't know.
Maybe.
But this is around...
She was not busy.
No. We've noticed, like, this is around the same time of that great song with Mark Anthony.
Oh, yes,
and just generally better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know exactly what it is, but something has...
She's grown as a singer. She's got more control. She's got, like, it's a better vocal performance. And again, I'm not sure whether it came from... her or...
Well, because none of these songs are anywhere near as poor a vocal as we've had. Really, we've not said anything horrible about the vocals.
But ironically, these are all the ones no one ever bought. No. All those other songs were massive hits, and these aren't even the cuffs on a shirt.
Not that she'd only wear the cuffs anyway.
She would. Like, she wouldn't have a shirt.
Little cuffs.
I mean, look at the one behind me. No shirt.
Yeah, exactly. God, I wish I looked like that though.
Oh, I don't. It looks like hard work. She looks hungry.
It does look like hard work.
So, I'm real. What percentage of the song do you think she's saying?
I now that I know a bit more about the Meghan Trainor, maybe it's less than this, but I went for a mid-low because I thought she's in there with lots of padding. Yeah,
I think mid-low. Yeah, and Meghan is certainly helping bolster things.
Yeah.
Meghan Trainor trained her. And are you pro-low or no-low?
So I actually created a new review for this. So this is pro-low stupid. In that it's so stupid, but I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Like, this is, on paper, this is what I want to hear from Jen. Like, I want silly, whatever nonsense with a fun video. So,
fun video. Yeah. And like you say, it's a mid-song, and the video certainly boosts it. But then I feel like the Dr. Luke of everything brings it back down again. So it's left me in awe world.
Fair enough. This
like,
kind of
I want to
feels
like it because it's fun.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to like it because
of him. And that's, it's complicated.
And also, it wasn't her song. It's been taken off someone potentially. Like, we don't know if we don't know if it was like, even if that was a consensual thing, but like, was the song taken away or was it handed over willingly? Was it not included on an album? Because it feels weird to give a reject to Jennifer Lopez. Like, if you've just signed her to the record label, it's like, oh yeah, we'll pick up that song you don't want on your album. It's more like, we'll pick up that song that you were going to have as a single.
Yes, possibly. But that's okay. Like, she went off and had a bunch of other songs about Gucci and again, being a mother. Like, she's got hundreds of them and they're all the same.
They're all the same. And now she sits in a spinny chair and she's fine.
Now said, you can have my chair. All right, I'll take the song. But and it brings back, I will say, a this is what I wrote for it. I said, after so many features, it's actually a relief to have just a Jen song. I was like, is this for a soundtrack? Because it felt like it.
It's riffing on a bunch of films, so it's not from a film, but it's like, because it's trying to, fold in Network and Mad Men and Working Girl and Norma Ray / Silkwood. Like it's kind of like a lazy version of the Flashdance one.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It's like instead of like actually doing the movies, it's like we'll just be a pastiche of sorts.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because in Network, the newsreader comes in and his hair's all wet and he's yelling.
Yeah, I did think, I'm surprised they let J-Lo go on with wet hair.
No, that was stylistic. Like, and she has to dry it, and you're like, you've never held a hairdryer. Look at you. You're pointing it in the wrong direction.
Yeah, Ben, get off me.
Get off me. This is for the fans. All right. Let's get away from terrible Dr. Luke and get into track 9, which is Stressin', which is a Fat Joe song, feat Jen Lo. August 2014 is when this was released. It's written by Marcella Araika, Danja, Rico Love, and Fat Joe. Produced by Danja. I don't even like it. Had no kind of impact on the charts, US or Australian, and it was very difficult to find it. Like, I feel like it was meant to be a single and then wasn't a single, or was, but they made a video, weirdly.
Yeah, I already don't remember the video, so I'm gonna get you to do a fabinopsis, so I can remember.
There's not much to it. Jen has trained Fat Joe, so he set this clip at a club so we can have a lot of different bottles of booze in shot.
Good. Yeah.
With a brief interlude to sell some lip gloss. Like a weird fucking quiet interlude with two random women talking about how awesome it is seeing Fat Joe and J-Lo.
Right.
Putting on lip gloss while we see the labels like way up close to the camera. It was like, okay. Then Fat Joe and J-Lo dance on the bar together. Jen does some of her on-brand miming to someone else's vocals. Then admires some jewelry. Then she flirts with French Montana, who's in the video but not the song. Then after a night of drinking cake batter flavoured wine, how is this even a thing? But it is. Joe calls French on his boat and they agree they aren't stressing. That is the whole video. Like, there was nothing much. But cake batter flavoured wine it's called birthday cake wine, and it tastes like different kinds of cake.
Suddenly Delula Orange is sounding decent.
Delula Orange and the red one.
The red one. Yeah.
It's an indistinct, different fruity flavour. Yeah. Sort of like berry.
They can't call it after a fruit because there's no fruit in it. But
there's no fruit in it.
Yeah.
It's lower in calories and alcohol and gluten free.
Oh, we like that. No bread. There's no bread.
Yeah, no bread.
So look,
apparently there's like they do put like some alcohol is made with like wheat and shit like that.
Well, I know sometimes it's like filtered through certain things. Sometimes it's filtered through fish or something.
Oh no, that's vegan. You're thinking the vegan.
Okay. Well, so she's gone full fish. She's like,
she's probably gone full fish.
Dousing it in all the fish. Look, I am really happy that Jen and Fat Joe are friends and have worked together across several decades at this point. I'm just not sure they should have released any of the songs that they worked on. This admittedly is probably the best of the three that they've done together. Oh yeah.
This is way better than any of those other like weird slow jams that made me want to throw up.
Something. I do like the Stressin' part. Like as a little hook, I was like, okay, but it didn't do much for me, I think, because the rap, I couldn't distinguish the verses from each other. So it just felt a little bit like rap. I'm like, where am I? So I personally felt that it should have been a Jen song, like a poppy Jen song with a Fat Joe feature. Mm-hmm. And sort of allow that production to build up. Because as it was just a little bit too... I don't know, what? Okay, it was a song that really made me stress about not stressing, is maybe the best way to put it. I was like, I'm stressed now.
I'm sad about your stress.
Aww.
I really like this.
You just love anything hectic in this one.
It's got like a driving beat. The hook is great, as you said. Like the stress and hook is amazing. I think Jen has brought a kind of bright and a breezy energy to what could be a downbeat song. Like the sampling sounds ominous, like the heavy brass, and she has a lot of work to do to bring the vibe back up. And
which is maybe why I preferred that part of the song.
Yeah, but I think she does. I think she kind of lifts it in a way that it really needed. Like she's the light to the shade of the rest of the song. And I know I feel weird. And I enjoyed stressing. What, I'm Real, what percentage do you think she sang?
Of her bits, I thought it was pretty high. I saw it high low, yeah.
Yeah, I said mid-low. It's a bit of processing, but it's not egregious.
Yes, yeah.
And are you pro-low or no-low?
I was a no-low. This is crazy.
I think I might be pro. I've gone past awe. I think I went into pro.
This is so funny.
What is happening? In the regular verse? We've gone completely regular.
Yeah. Like, I've become so regular that I'm normal now. Like, yeah, I've seen the light.
You've been deregged.
It's like defragging.
Regularified.
Yeah. Wild.
All right. Oh my God, this is controversial. On to track 10, which is called Back It Up, my nickname in high school. This is a Prince Royce song, feat. Jen Lo and Pitbull.
He's back.
I know. I think it's like their 8th or 9th song together. Like,
which, I mean, I love the loyalty.
Yes.
Because one of the things we talk about a lot is Jen sort of ripping things off and that, the other. But it is heartening to see that, you do have loyalties, you do have people that come back around, so you mustn't be the devil.
Or you have people that put up with it.
Yeah. You pay
many
well.
others
She pays well.
say no. Yeah. So this was released May 2015. It's written by Savan Kotecha, Ilya, Jeffrey Rojas, which is Prince Royce, Armando Perez, and produced by Jason Evergan and Ilya. Evergan. Anyway, it was a Billboard chart hit, hitting the heights of number 92 on the Hot 100. Certified gold. And there is a video.
There is. All right. Which song am I doing? Let's go. If I'm not sense, if I'm not sense, it's a Prince Royce, if I'm not sense. Yeah.
Prince Royce, like Fat Joe, has been to the Jennifer Lopez School of Product Placement and really selling shit, and is flogging a mobile service sitting by a pool until Jen turns up in a bikini and epic LaToya-level hat.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Pitbull weighs in for a moment, and they're all replaced by a lingering shot of vodka bottles. Jen and Royce dance together, and it looks like Amy Poehler being the cool mum in Mean Girls. The end. That's all that really happens in that video. Like, there's not much to it.
Yeah. I feel like watching the video, I was like, ooh, Prince Royce is like the safest crush you could ever have.
Oh, yeah. He looks like he would not trouble your virginity at all.
No. I was like, he's very cute, but it doesn't do anything for me. All right.
No.
We're in love with him.
Yeah, this song is very strange. Like, Royce sings his name, like he's the Hispanic Jason Derulo.
Yes.
And then Jen turns up and does a little bit of Spanish singing, some of which is in the non-J-Lo version of this song. So I don't know how much is her.
Okay.
Because there is a non-J-Lo, there's an
Right.
album track, and it sounds like it's the same singing. But her big Spanish bit is gone. But some of the other female vocals are there.
I didn't think it wasn't her. Maybe they just
bit.
were like, we just need a radio edit like this.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't catch that it wasn't her.
It was weird. Anyway, this is a by the numbers song. Strong hook. I don't know how this happens in a 3-minute song, but it feels like it goes for too long.
I think the weird thing for me was that no one got the memo that Jen isn't your mum. Because they kept saying, mama, mummy. Like, I was like, she just said that she is not
Ain't your mama.
you need to listen more. Yeah, I, mean, I had a weird...
Age range-wise, she could be Princess.
True, yeah.
And when they're dancing together, it's like, oh, yeah. You brought your mum to the club. Because he looks about 11.
I know.
He's
So
a bit older
safe.
than that now, but
Adorable.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same in, or maybe almost the opposite. In that I didn't think it was that it was went too long or went too short. The first half I was kind of like, oh yeah, but then by the end again, like the We Are One, I was
We Are One.
having fun. I was like, oh, I guess I'm dancing. Like,
He's got a great voice. Like I think
Yeah.
he's got quite a dynamic voice, and he's exciting to listen to sing, even though it's boy band silliness essentially. But yeah, his voice is really compelling. Even though he's singing lyrics that sound provocative and has made them sound nothing like it.
yeah,
It's
so-
like the Backstreet Boys singing "I Want It That Way," and you're like, you don't really want it anyway.
that
do
song
you?
literally
None
makes
of
no
you.
sense. Like it actually makes
know.
no sense if you read the lyrics. It's crazy.
I told you, Max Martin has no idea how to write
Yeah,
lyrics.
no idea.
But yeah, Back It Up is like, it sounds like it should be revolting. And it's just like, back it up. It's like, no.
Let's go to the backyard.
Yeah, it's like, Back It Up means something else.
Do you know what they probably? Do you know what it was? They wanted to get Alyssa Milano in from her Japanese pop career to do this
Yes.
song and have like a fun like backyard 80s pool party, but
Yeah.
she wasn't available, so they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Jen."
So they had to get J-Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the only one available.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, Unreal, what percentage do you think?
I thought this was high. I didn't catch anything, except maybe the
Yeah.
Spanish. I don't know.
No, the Spanish was her. It was just like there were some other vocals that I'm like,
Yeah. Okay.
that were in the non-J-Lo version. I'm like,
Right. Okay.
why? Like, it's some of the background vocals at some of the back-it-ups and the...
Yeah. Sure.
There's a woman singing, and I don't think it's J-Lo. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm the same. I don't really know if she did much here, but bless her for turning up and helping this kid out with his high school project. So I'm giving this one a mid-low. And are you pro-low or no-low?
Look, I said that I had been firmly or, but then at the end I was bopping along, so I think legally I have to say that I'm pro. Like, I don't.
God.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
It's pro-Royce.
Maybe. How can you not be so adorable? Like, pinch those cheeks, like just the ones on the face, because everything else is illegal.
It means you're pro-Pitbull again.
I'm no for all the calling Jen mum. It was weird.
I'm a firm or. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fun pop song. It just doesn't. It's just missing something.
Yeah, I
And,
think
like,
it could have been better.
His
Yeah.
voice is almost enough to bring me through, but
Yeah. Just
like,
not
I
quite.
just feel like it's just like one. It needs one.
It was
extra
missing
bit of-
puberty, I think is what it was missing.
Yeah, very possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably exactly it. All right, on to track 11, Try Me, which is the aforementioned Jason Derulo.
Yes, I know. Weird how that kept happening.
Featuring J-Lo and Matoma. Matoma being like a DJ, like a,
Right.
like a... There was a thing at that time, remember? Like,
Yeah, DJs,
DJs
got credits, I know.
would get credits, and then you would be like, what did they do on this? Oh, they probably made the noise in the background.
Let's hook
Anyway.
tonight. Okay.
Yeah, let's hook tonight. So this was released May 2015, written by Jason Derulo, whose name is not spelt in
I know.
real life as the way it is
Oh.
in the record.
Oh. I thought you were going to say he didn't say his name. I didn't catch him saying his name.
It's Derulo. It's DESROULEAUX, which is pronounced
Right.
Derulo.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's like Barbara in the Barbara book.
Oh.
Her real name is spelt with an A, like in
Yes.
between, and she just removed it because they were like, they wanted me to change my name, so I just dropped an A. So it's Barbara instead of Barbara. So, but I kept
I love that
Streisand.
She rang the boss of Apple to get Siri to say her name properly.
So funny.
She's a lot.
Yes, she is.
So yeah, written by Jason Derulo, Lindy Robbins, Shy Carter, Marvin Gaye, Odell Brown,
Wow.
and David Ritz, because there is quite a sample in the song.
Wow.
Well, an interpolation, realistically.
Well, at least they got permission because
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye's family don't want to cross them.
No. Frank Harris, Jason Derulo, and Matoma were the producers. Now, this was only released in Europe. So there's no chart
Right.
info for Australia or for the US.
Okay.
So let's do Austria and the UK because it sounds like that. Austria hit number 22.
All right.
UK peaked at 113.
Yeah.
It's weird that it was only released in Europe. Like, it's very
It
strange.
is really random.
And how do you feel about this song, for which there is blissfully no video? He teased a video.
Oh.
Jason Derulo talked about a video. He said there's going to be a video. It's really great. You're all going to love it. It's got some stuff going on. And we've never seen it. It's never
Jen was like, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I don't have much to say about the song. I said no one is doing a bad job on it. I think it's just a meh song. It's too safe and watered down. So I didn't have an issue with any of them on it. I just didn't really think there was much of a song here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, this is a song that would have been popular about 10 to 15 years earlier. Like, can you imagine this
maybe.
early 2000s? This would have been huge. Like, it's basically interpolating Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye, which is a slower and sexier song. And I don't know that their voices mesh.
Yeah.
Like, Derulo's got this really nice, clean tone, despite the woot bits that are, like, manipulated. And then Jen comes in with this really raspy delivery. Like,
It's like, I'm going to try something. Yeah, she's like, I'm going to try something, which means it's a bad song.
Yeah. It's like, I like what she's trying, but like every time she tries it, it doesn't fit with this song. Like, it's like she just cannot judge what goes with what. Like, it's, yeah. And I feel like she's being...
what it is, she's like, this is less than regular. I need to bring it up to regular, so I'm going to try on this one.
Yeah,
but those other songs, they're too good. I need to calm down.
Yeah, I've got to regular verse them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like she's been manipulated to fit the chorus properly. Like, I don't think she's saying that the way it was. But anyway, I'm real. What percentage do you think?
I went from mid-low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same. And and are you pro low or no low?
I had to be no low. I don't even remember it. Couldn't tell you how the song goes.
I didn't hate it, but like you, I was like, it just was missing something.
Yeah.
So I just went to awe.
Okay, that's fair.
Where am I? Benefit of the doubt land? When did this happen?
I know. This is wild.
All right. One more track before we end this episode. It's called That's How Strong Our Love Is. It's a Bryan Adams song.
Yeah.
Track 2 on his album Shine a Light, released March 2019. Feat. Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
The album, so this wasn't released as a single, but the album was number 1 in Canada, which you'd expect because he's Canada's favourite artist. Number 7 in Australia.
Okay.
And the Americans wanted nothing to do with it.
We're not having any of that.
Yeah, so this song is written by Bryan Adams with Jim Valance and produced by Bryan Adams with Johan Carlson from one of the Swedish sausage factories. Now, for me, Jen sounds like she's singing into her phone in the back of a limo, and good on her for putting in that much effort. Like, this is the weird... She sounds like she's having a go. Like, she sounds like she's really having a crack at singing, but her vocals are so muddy. Like, they're kind of buried. And, like, Brian's really centered. He's present in the mix, but she sounds like she's under a blankie and weirdly more relaxed than I've ever heard her. So maybe she just should do more phone singing. It's just a pity that it's so muffled. Like, the song, however, is dated and uninspired, formulaic, uninteresting. Would have been a huge hit in 1989 with a sax solo over huge.
Yeah, that's true.
But here in 2019, no.
Well, when it first started, that first verse, my question, like, it kind of changed as it went. But the first verse, I was like, does Jen have less vocal effects than Bryan? Because his first line, I was like, who is that? Because his tone, obviously we know his tone. As it went on, that calmed down, and then I agree, he just kind of washed her out, even though I think she was doing a good job. Like, so pretty much the same page. It's just not a very exciting song. I said their voices do work better together than I would have thought, but his tone is
as good as Sporty worked with him.
No, nothing's as good as that.
No, nothing's as good as that.
Because her tone is specific, but it's not as strong as his, and Sporty has such a strong tone.
But what was going on with the production? Why was she so
No,
muddy?
and he just washes her out when they're singing together. And I said,
Yeah.
even though what I can hear from her is decent, I did at least appreciate that for her, this was a
Yes.
very different kind of song.
Yeah.
Like, I've never-
And she was making an effort.
Yeah. So it's a funny old... This whole, last couple of episodes is a bonkers set of features. Like,
don't know
none
what's
of this
going
makes sense.
I have no idea.
Imagine Mariah reading, like, she worked with these people? Really? So she doesn't... Now Mariah can't know any of these people.
Yeah. It's sad
Oh, yeah.
for them. Mariah doesn't care. So what percentage in the I'm Real stakes?
I mean, I think I've written mid to high low because I do think it's her, but like you said, there's something going on.
Yeah. I think it's high low. I just don't think she's been recorded well. I honestly think she
Yeah.
sang it into her phone and thought that was fine.
Yeah,
And
okay.
Brian's got the email and gone, well, that's all we've got from her. I don't. Her agent said she can't be bothered, so it's her bothering.
Yeah.
But
really
yeah,
can.
I think it's high low. I honestly think it's
Yeah.
a high low. It's just muddy.
Yeah.
And are you pro low or no low?
I've gone for an or because I wrote that I'm pro Jen, but I'm no the song. So.
Oh
again,
yeah, I'm definitely.
math.
I'm no low across it. Like it's just too. It's too dated. Like I don't want to hear a 30-year-old song. Like if I want to hear a 30-year-old song, I want to hear that song.
Yeah, it's like
Not someone trying to do a 30-year-old song.
Maybe he wrote it 30 years ago and waited until he had a vocalist strong enough to sing with him. That's probably what happened.
He waited too long then.
Yeah, and then sadly,
Oh.
Minnie Represented passed away, and so he had to go for Jen. I don't know why I went. I just tried to think of a dead singer. I went
Yeah.
straight to Minnie Represented. I'm sure
She's got an
has been gone a
amazing
while,
voice and
but
insane range.
Yeah.
Like she was spectacular.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
You tacky regular bitch.
Regular.
Get the fuck right out of my face.
Regular bitch. We're almost home. This has been a bonkers trip to the Regularverse.
Yeah.
Like I've proed when you've knowed.
yes,
I've awed when you've knowed. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening here.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I'm getting married to will.i.am at some point after
Oh,
this. I'm not
God.
sure how this is working.
and
I don't know what's going on.
I am not going to
To
that wedding.
You're not getting married to Bryan Adams. We can tell that for sure. We've got just a handful of songs left, and then our wrap up of everything that we've heard coming up in the next episode. So sorry to drag you back into the Regularverse one more time. Why do we apologize for that? We keep going
No.
there.
We're
kind
not
of
far off an end. I will say.
We are. There is an end in sight. Like
There
we're
is.
running out of J-Lo songs,
Yes.
which I'm really relieved
until
for.
she brings out the new album, which will probably happen the
that
second that we
fucking
drop
album,
the last
that
episode.
fucking album. Don't even. It's coming really soon, isn't it?
I think
This is
so.
me now.
Nobody knows. This is me at some
dear-
stage.
Dear Ben, part 47. That's if he picks up the dog shit. Maybe we won't get a Dear Ben.
Yeah, it's just an interlude. Dear Ben, pick up the fucking dog shit. Love Jen.
Dear Ben again. Dear Ben again.
P.S.
All right.
Oh, God.
Bye, family.
Bye.